Hello everyone, this side Kirti. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoy my videos, please consider commenting because it gives me reviews of what kind of content you like and what kind of content you dislike. So please consider doing subscribing, liking or commenting on my videos because it means a lot to me. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. As you might have seen the thumbnail of the video or the title of the video, this video talks about how constant failures are determined by our actions and all the stuff that we do on daily basis. So I have listed 6 reasons behind the constant failure, and I think most of them are relatable because they happen to me and I have written them according to my own experiences. And there is a bonus tip in the end of the video, so please watch the video till the end. So let's get into the first point of this particular video. So it says don't fake study. Fake study, what is fake study? Fake study is a new concept designed by me. So it says that as we have been introduced to this online system since the corona era, so there are lots of flaws in the online thing, I think personally, because if we see the pre-wala era, it says that we study by books, solving questions from the book and not anything else on electronic devices. So electronic devices has been included or introduced to us by this corona era. So there are lots of flaws in this thing because we don't realize that much until it ruins us, but it kind of affects how we study because as much as we are now interact with the devices that we use on daily basis, it's been increased a lot, and as we are connected to internet all the time, most of the chances of getting distracted are very very much. So what is fake study? Fake study is a thing that lectures consume most of our time on the study routine. Let's consider we are studying for 8 hours. Okay, so most of us, let's consider 7 hours we are only watching lectures, and 1 hour what are we are doing, we are making notes of that video. So this is the most of the study that we do. So will you call this a study, self study, or anything that you are doing particularly on study? No, because lectures are something like we go to school, we watch we attend lectures, so we are doing that. And how do we study, how do we used to study in our colleges, schools? We used to attend the school and then we used to go home and do our homeworks or whatever the project have been given to us. So this was the first point, don't fake study. Fake study is a very dangerous thing that you might realize a point of time later, but you will realize it. So please don't fake study. Fake study is very 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 crucial thing that you shouldn't do. It seems like we are studying for most of the time, but it isn't like anything related to studies. We are just watching lectures. It's only one sided thing. The teachers are teaching, you are just listening, learning. Okay, you are not absorbing things. Absorbing is a different thing that we do in the self study thing. So please consider if you are doing self study more or the lecture thing more. Please have a plan for your self study. Self studies are the differentiating factors between the toppers and all the things that happen in our gradation system or our results are determined by the self study that we do, not by the teachers or the lecture that we see. So let's get into the second point. So the second point says prefer books over any PDF material. So as you might have seen the first reason or first point, the second point is kind of correlated to that topic. So it says that prefer books over anything PDF related, because once we are on a device, most probably we are middle class people, we don't have that much privilege to use a iPad, tablet or laptop. So we mostly have phones in our hand, mobile phones. So we mostly do what, we are just reading PDF on our phone, and once a notification pops up, we go out of that zone, study zone, and we just get lost in this internet thing. And most of our time is gone. Once we realize that we are doing this wrong, most of our time is already gone. So please prefer books, because if you are having a book, you are just doing that thing related to studies. But once you have a PDF or anything device related, most chances are that you will get lost in this internet. And for the people who get distracted a lot on studying on devices, most chances are for those to get lost in this internet thing and doing all the scrolling thing, reels and all the stuff. So please consider books over PDF. Let's get into the third point. So the third point says that we should not depend on teachers too much, because you see in this era of online world, we study by different teachers. We consider like, this time I failed, I will study from the different teacher. This teacher is very good, I will study from him. Now this time I'll be giving paper, I will study from him. So this was the point. But actually, what are the reason do you think you failed? You failed. Are you listening to that term? You failed because you are a person, you are failing. So it's not anyone else's fault that you are failing, it's your own fault. So determine or find the reasons behind why are you failing. Once this personalized thing is done, you can choose that if you are doing the teacher's thing wrong or your own self-study thing wrong. So don't depend on teachers, because teachers are the thing that put cherry on cake, but you have to form that cake by yourself. So please don't depend on teachers, because there are lots of teachers all around the globe, all around India and all around the online platforms. But selected candidates only do one thing different from others, is self-study. Self-study is the one thing that determines everything. So let's take into the fourth point of this video. It says that self-study is much more important than lectures. If you are just doing self-study and just solving questions, you will realize that there is a pattern in the questions. And if you are just watching lectures, you will consider like, this teacher is teaching me something and this is the only golden thing that I have to study, or I have to read, or I have to practice a question on this. But once you start studying by yourself, you will realize lots of things that even teacher haven't taught in their lectures. But you will realize once you start studying by yourself, because it means it is kind of like you are studying by yourself, and you realize that this particular topic I am in very much weak perspective, and these are topics that I find very easy to deal with. So these are the things that I think self study has a very much impact on our studies. And it is kind of differentiating factors. If you see lots of toppers interview, they will say that they have designed their particular own schedule, like solving questions, solving this much mock test in a week, and doing all this stuff. So self study is the one thing that personalizes our schedules, and teachers and lectures are the thing that are general to every student. So please consider studying by yourself and all the personalizing stuff, because personalizing is the thing that we have romanticized in these online days or online system, since the internet is available is to everyone. So the fifth point I want to talk about is very much personal to me, because it means a lot to my own influence on my studies and all the stuff that happened in my life personally. So the fifth point says that you shouldn't have a loser mindset while preparing for anything. It might be related to your passion or schooling or competitive exam preparation, everything. But you shouldn't have a loser mindset. It might seem a very superficial thing to you, but it is much more deeper than you think. Because once you realize that you are in a very uh, phase, like you are in very depressive phase of your life, you will see that a mindset shift is very much more important than you think. Because look, once we are in a good mindset, we think like, yeah, I have to do this and I will crack the exam. But if you are in a loser mindset, you will see that like, I have did this and this, but I haven't seen any results. So the mindset is a very important thing. It kind of relates to another topic that I have talked in another video of this channel. You can check that out. It says that how intelligent question is much more less important than emotional quotient. So please check that out. I will description में link में डाल दूँगी. So let's get into the topic in further brief. So I think mindset is very important, because if you are doing anything, if you consider yourself like I am very demotivated person, I am very depressed person, your life will fall into the trap. No matter what you do, you will think that you will fall into this loop of overthinking and self doubt, self sabotaging mode वगैरह. You will do that stuff, but you have to change your mindset, because mindset is the one thing that actually very important during any preparation phase. Anything you are doing, please consider having a great mindset, or at least a positive mindset. If you are not positive, please have a neutral, and you learn things, and then you take on actions. You can learn that, but please don't have negative mindset. Negative mindset is here, and if you are doing bad things and not doing very much good things here to yourself, like self doubt, self sabotage, and overthinking loops, you are actually pulling yourself down by yourself. So let's get into the sixth point of the video, official sixth point, because you will get a bonus in the end. So please stay tuned. So the sixth point says, please don't let a pattern form in your life. So let's get this point through an example. Let's consider you are a person who's been constantly failing an exam and been repeating an exam for consecutive 3 or 4 attempts. So once you are studying and not getting the results, ठीक है, first time you will get हाँ नहीं ये नहीं हुआ था, ये नहीं हुआ था, I will consider doing, and in the second attempt I will definitely pass. So you did all the things that you think you didn't in the last attempt, and you did this in the second attempt. So you did that, but you still failed, and you failed, and you thought that this time these things were the missing ones, and I will come there, correct them, and I will definitely pass in the third attempt. So you did all these missing things, and you kind of gave the third attempt, and third attempt you finally realize that you have still failed, and you thought in this third attempt that these are the things that are missing. Okay, so you thought that I will correct these mistakes in my fourth attempt, and I will definitely pass in this fourth attempt. Okay, so you kind of feel that there is a pattern form. You fail, you realize, and then you again appear for the exam, then you again fail. There is a pattern forming here, and as soon as you realize that there is a pattern forming in your life, you will get frustrated easily. I have seen this in myself while I was preparing for it, preparing for an exam. So I have been very frustrated because of the pattern form in my life. I used to wake up, I used to study a bit in the morning, and I used to do a household course, and I used to do the same stuff again and again because I was failing. I was constantly at home, and I wasn't doing anything else because of that study routine that I have been formed in these years. So pattern is a kind of stimulation to your brain that you are not growing enough, and you are just stuck in this loop. So pattern is the one thing that can ruin your mindset. It correlates to the previous point that we have talked about. So please don't let any pattern form in your life. Please consider changing your routines again and again. And for those who think that perfect timetable exists, no, please note, there is no thing like personal perfect timetable. You have to form your things, and you have to keep changing the time where you are when you are doing these things, and that's how we keep ourselves entertained in this day-to-day life. Like we do different things on different times, and we keep changing our routines. That's how we kind of escape from the loop of frustration. So please consider not forming a loop in your life, doing the things repetitively on your life or in a day. So please consider changing and shuffle the routines or the tasks that you are doing. So as we reach the end of the video, I am going to give you a bonus tip on this particular topic. So the bonus tip is, please consider the people you are living with, or the people that you are having most of your time spent with. So I think that your surrounding play a lot more important crucial role in your life than you think, because I was kind of giving that last attempt of my exam, and I was in a library, and there used to be some girls that used to compare me like with them, because they were freshers and I was a repeater. So they were like always gossiping about me. I never knew that they were gossiping about me, because I never kind of gave attention to them. But once one of those girls told me that we have been talking about this you, and you are very nice and all this thing, but I kind of realized that they have been talking about me without me knowing, and they have been discussing about me. So this was a very bad thing, and they used to compare their scores with me. And just because I have failed this exam, it doesn't mean I was a fool or anything stupid. I wasn't studying properly. There were things like that I didn't do very well, but I was not a fool, obviously. So they were like she must have not been studying, and she kind of is dumb if she is repeating this much time, and all the stuff that I have been listening from them. And I kind of very much regretted after I appeared for the exam, and kind of leave that library. I realized that I shouldn't have very much interacted with those girls, because they were kind of reminding me of the my mistakes, and all the stuff that I have been through, and how much time I have wasted in this loop of giving exam again and again. So please consider the people that you are interacting with, because you might not realize, but they are subconsciously affecting your mindset, and how you approach to the questions, papers, and exam or the mock test you are giving. So please consider your surroundings. So this was the last point of the video, the bonus tip, obviously. So if you like this video, and you found anything relevant or anything related me that wasn't convincing to you, please consider commenting, and please give constructive criticism to me. And if you enjoyed to the video, please comment. So, and see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.